So here is the fourth mode. Now, last week we did fourth mode, and I mentioned to you, just as a review, that often when we have these Apolytikia, the Apolytikion at the end of Vespers is the exit hymn. It's also the entrance hymn to the liturgy. So if we had liturgy tomorrow, you can look it up in the digital chanter stand. You will see that this Apolytikion is not only at the end of Vespers, but it is the entrance into the liturgy. So let's look at this one, and notice that it's mode 4, and often to saints, it's in mode 4. And what's interesting about this piece is that it is what's called a model tune. Now, model tune is, it tells us when we're chanting, sing these words with this model tune. We had this tonight, no music. See, you have to have it up here, right? No music. And this is a model tune that's placed for Gabriel. And you'll find this model tune in a lot of saints. We'll use the same model tune, different words, but the same model tune. So I'll read the text, then I will chant the music, and then we will do it together. How about that? The chief commander of the... Now, you know, the reason I'm reading it is because in Byzantine chant, the words are more important than the music. Yeah, it's nice to have glorious music, but if you don't understand a single word, it does uplift you. And let's say that, you know. You can hear Bach, boom, 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 on an organ, right? You can hear it. It's wonderful. It's very uplifting. After about 30 minutes of Bach, you begin to get a little tedious. It gets a little tedious because he's very methodical and mathematical. It's actually brilliant. But in terms of worship, the words are more important than the music. This is a different kind of orientation, right? So I will read the words. The chief commander of the heavenly armies, we, the unworthy, now entreat you in earnest to fortify us by your supplications to the Lord and shelter us beneath the wings of your spiritual glory, guarding us who run to you and fervently entreat you. As the commander of the hosts on high, rescue us faithful from dangers of every kind. In the ancient world, of course, they realized that the sky was a firmament, was solid, and the angels were like birds. They had wings, right? And they could fly up to the heavenly, and they united the heavenly with the earthly. Because they didn't know they were on a sphere. They didn't know that the sun was the center of the solar system. They saw the earth as the center of the solar system, and they saw themselves in their church as the axis mundi, you know, the center of the world. Oh, we think that St. Paul is the center of the world, right? It's not an uncommon feeling. Okay, so let me chant this, and you will hear the model tune as I'm chanting the words, and then we'll do it together. And when I do that little tune-up, that gets me into the scale. That's how you get into the scale when you're chanting. O chief commander of the heavenly armies, we the unworthy now entreat you in earnest to fortify us by your supplications to the Lord, and shelter us beneath the wings of your spiritual glory, guarding us who run to you and fervently entreat you. As the commander of the hosts on high, rescue us faithful from dangers of every kind. Notice it has this kind of repeating rhythm. And we're going to be hearing these In fact, I think in the Prakosas, not correct, Minda, that this is part of the tune for the Prakosas that we're going to be doing later this summer. Anyway, let's do this together. This is a model tune, and it's to Gabriel. O chief commander of the heavenly armies, we the unworthy now entreat you in earnest to fortify us by your supplications to the Lord, and shelter us beneath the wings of your spiritual glory, guarding us who run to you and fervently entreat you. As the commander of the hosts on high, rescue us faithful from dangers of every kind. There's a trick to staying on tune when you're looking at this Western notation. There's a trick. You keep a note in your head. And you know what the note is in this case? It's a G. So you see this first note here? So whenever you see that, that's where you know you should be. And if you keep this in your head, you can, if you get off track, you can always get back on. Anyway, that is the Apolytikion of the Archangel Gabriel. It's really a major feast. And if we had entrance hymns for liturgy tomorrow, if we had a liturgy tomorrow for the Archangel, we would be singing this as well as the great entrance into the Eucharist. Anyway, have a good evening, everybody, and it's nice to see you, of course. And come by St. George if you're out there in YouTube land, and come and visit us. And there's a lot more that we can share with you, and we'll have a great time together, growing and learning and worshiping together. Take care.